Good morning, class. Our lesson for today is all about health, diseases, and disorders caused by poor environmental sanitation. Our objective of today's lesson is to explain how poor environmental sanitation can negatively impact the health of an individual. Environmental sanitation includes human excreta control, managing solid waste and wastewater, and pest and vector control. Environmental sanitation was defined as the control of all those factors in man's physical environment which exercise or may exercise a deleterious effect on his physical, mental, and social well-being. As we continue with our lesson, let me check what you know about the lesson that we have. Write true if the statement is correct and false if not. Number 1. A proper waste management involves the use of garbage as a valuable resource. If your answer is true, you've got the correct answer. Number 2. Invest in a good composting bin and make rich compost from your kitchen waste. If your answer is true, you've got the correct answer. Number 3. Most glass and tin containers can be reused to store some other item that it was originally intended for. If your answer is true, you've got the correct answer. Number 4. It is wise to dump material like batteries, medical syringe, unused medicine in a careless manner. If your answer is false, you get the correct answer. Number 5. Use glass for storage. It is healthier to your family and for your environment. If your answer is false, you get the correct answer. And this time, listen carefully and sing some lines of the song Masdan Mo Ang Kapaligiran, composed and sung by the group Asin.
Wala ka bang napapansin sa iyong mga kapaligiran? Ay dumi na ng hangin, pati na ang mga ilog natin. Hindi nga masamang pagunlad at malayo-layo na rin ang ating narating. Ngunit masdan mo ang tubig sa dagat, dati kulay asul, ngayon'y naging itim. Ang mga duming ating ikinalat sa hangin, sa langit wag nating paabutin. Upang kung tayo'y pumanaw man sa sariwang hangin, sa langit natin matitikman.
And tell me, what did you learn from this song? And what is the message of this song? What it is all about? It is all about globalization environmental sanitation. Environmental sanitation means the art and science of applying sanitary, biological and physical science principles and knowledge to improve and control the environment and factors therein for the protection of health and welfare of the public. The overall purpose of sanitation is to provide a healthy living environment for everyone, to protect the natural resources, such as surface water, groundwater, soil, and to provide safety, security, and dignity for people who defecate or urinate. Another one is poor sanitation. Poor sanitation is linked to transmission of diseases such as respiratory disease, gastrointestinal disease, skin disease, neurological impairment, lead, and mercury poisoning. Poor sanitation reduces human well-being, social and economic development due to impacts such as anxiety, risk of sexual assault, and lost educational opportunities. Here are the disease and disorders caused by poor environmental sanitation. Number 1, respiratory disease. One of the common respiratory sickness that is an effect of poor environmental sanitation is the common cold. When you experience itching or sore throat, runny nose, nasal congestion, watery eyes, and mucus drainage, you have the symptoms of the common cold. The common cold is a viral infection of the upper respiratory tract caused by many different viruses. Number 2, gastrointestinal disease. Gastrointestinal disease refers to disease involving gastrointestinal tract, namely the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and rectum, and the accessories organs of digestion, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. Number 3, skin disease. Skin conditions typically are not curable, but they can be managed using drugs and by paying close attention to your lifestyle. Learning more about symptoms, treatments, and ways to feel better. Stress-related skin problems include eczema, psoriasis, acne, rosacea, vitiligo, hives, seborrhea, and dermatitis. Number 4, neurological disorders. Neurological disorders are diseases of the central and peripheral nervous system. In other words, the brain, spinal cord, cranial nerves, peripheral nerve, nerve roots, autonomic nervous system, neuromuscular junction, and muscles. These disorders include epilepsy, Alzheimer's disease, and other dementias. Cerebrovascular disease including stroke, migraine, and other headache disorders, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, neuroinfection, brain tumor, traumatic disorders of the nervous system due to head trauma, and neurological disorders as a result of malnutrition. And this time, let's try what you can do in this activity. Fill in the table with the correct information on listed diseases. Number 1, respiratory disease. Number 2, gastrointestinal disease. Number 3, skin disease. Number 4, neurological impairment, lead, and mercury poisoning. You are going to write down the causes and the symptoms. Now you can start. This time, let's try to enumerate the diseases and disorders caused by poor environmental sanitation. Number 1, we have respiratory disease. Number 2, we have gastrointestinal disease. Number 3, we have skin disease. And number 4, we have neurological impairment. I want you to remember, class, that globalization is you and me. I encourage you to involve the environmental sanitation, and we are going to control all of those factors in man's physical environment which exercise or may exercise a deleterious effect on his physical, mental, or social well-being. That's all for today, class. Thank you and God bless.